We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Houston Astros. It'll be fun watching these two go at it. It's next on the show. Zach Greinke, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This is a fun guy to watch pitch. Almost struck out 200 batters last season, so he does have swing and miss capabilities. But the thing I like, he commands the strike zone, he commands the running game. Just a real solid pitcher. Looking forward to him twirling it in this one.
This is foul right side. Another 0-2 from Greinke. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Correa backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. In there, and it's 0-1. A little chilly but not unbearable tonight. 55 degrees here at first pitch. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And no one will track it down. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled off. The windup and the 0-1. Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Angels are gone in order. Ready now, Kenny Lofton. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Simmons has it. And that's out number 1.
Batting second, the second baseman, Altuve.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Past meetings with Andrew Heaney, batting at an even .400. He's taken him deep once. Fielded cleanly. And a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out. Stepping in, Craig Biggio. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. Line drive to center field. Trout is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. So a 4-pitch inning as the Astros are retired. Still no score. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. And he fouls this one off. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Tommy La Stella comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Hit softly down the line at first. Throw on to first is in time, and Greinke's got himself 2 outs.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 8, Justin
First pitch on its way to Upton. Justin Upton is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Well-located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
Upton in a hole, 0-2 the count to him. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. At the plate, Jeff Bagwell. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Hit back up the middle, scooped up, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Batting fifth, the third baseman.
So digging in now, Alex Bregman. He takes his first trip to the plate here, fresh off a 4-hit ball game a night ago. Hit hard up the middle. He's got it, and quickly there are 2 away.
Batting fifth.
Now at the plate, Luis Gonzalez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And the pitch. Line drive to left. And the Astros have their first hit of the contest. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter.
Digging in now, Yordan Alvarez. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. Here's Carlos Correa now.
Now this is the way you want to start off a series. We haven't even hit the weekend yet, and he's on the board again, this time with a double. This is going to be a good 4-game set.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Fouled off. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. And this is swung on and missed, his 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Wow, talk about mowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
0-1 the count. And he misses with it, 1-1. Left side of the infield into the shift. Bregman has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Angels are gone. Into the box, George Springer, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The center fielder.
First pitch on its way.
Springer.
Now he turns and smokes this one into deep center field. Trout has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
The right fielder.
Ready for another chance? Kenny Lofton, second at bat now. He grounded out to start the home first. Driven nicely into the gap. He takes the turn and heads for second. That was not a good pitch, but he handled it nicely, guys.
Yeah, and the pitcher's got to wonder what he has to do to get it past this guy. That pitch was off the plate, but he shows great reach, gets good extension, and drives it for a 2-bagger.
That's a strike to throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
How about that for making something happen? First he rips a double, then on the very next pitch, he swipes third, just showing what kind of offensive weapon he can be. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance.
Catch is made by Trout. Here comes the runner from third. And the run will score as the Astros are off to the early 1-0 lead.
Now batting.
At the plate, Craig Biggio. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Liner in there for a base hit. The throw into second. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases.
The first baseman.
Now at the plate, Jeff Bagwell. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1.
Got to sit middle when a guy's trying to pitch around you. If he's going to give you first base, take it.
And it's quickly 0-2. Hit out towards second. Reined in. Low throw, but a nice play at the bag by Pujols. Saves an error and ends the inning. Astros plate 1. In now is Andrelton Simmons. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on.
The windup and the 0-1. Lifted in the air to center field. Springer giving chase. He's there and records the first out. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And boy, which of those 2 numbers leap out at you there? How about the 100? My goodness.
You have to understand, as the hitter right here, pitcher on the mound wants a quick inning. Anything over the heart of the plate, probably got to pull the trigger on.
Now batting.
2 gone now for the Angels in the 4th. And that'll bring up Anthony Rendon. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1.
I'd like to see this lineup start working the count a little bit more and drive up this pitcher's pitch count.
Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Striding in once again, Alex Bregman comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Swung on and missed for the first strike. Hit high in the air down the right field line. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And this will bang up against the 326 sign. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
The left fielder, number 20, Luis Gonzalez.
Stepping in now, Luis Gonzalez. As he'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. A base hit in his first trip. Ball sent on the ground to Albert over at first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Coming to the plate now, Yordan Alvarez. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Well, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box, and he had an idea of the pitch that he was going to get, and boy, he sure turned it loose and buggy whipped that one.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Hit hard on the ground towards second. He's right there. Simmons throw on to Pujols. They get them both, and they end the inning. Astros plate one on a couple of hits. And we're back in Houston. Welcome back to Minute Maid Park as we check in with Heidi.
And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Ground ball left side. Defense set up perfectly. And the Halos have their first hit of the game. And he will get there as the Angels are in business with a leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Justin Upton, the next to hit, was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
He's able to take the ball the other way here. High and deep to right center. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. On to second, but he's in safely as they also push across a score to make it a 1-run game. So now to the plate, Brian Goodwin, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. A bouncer up the middle. And that's the second out.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Jason Castro, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
And another foul ball. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. George Springer, the next to hit. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled away. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
As a pitcher right there, do not be surprised if he throws the same exact pitch. He was lucky to foul that one off.
On the ground to third. Simmons is there. And there's one away.
The batter, the right fielder.
Ready once again, Kenny Lofton. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
Jeez, finally. That's the first ball they've taken all night. Do it again, I dare you.
A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. This is line to left. This will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out. So up to the plate next will be Jose Altuve. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone as it's into the Crawford boxes. So a solo shot here to left center field. 4th home run here in the early going. And with it, the Astros have taken a 3-1 lead.
Right now, he can't wait to get to the plate against this pitching staff. 4 home runs in this series. Bet he wishes he could play these guys every single day.
Now batting.
To the plate now, Craig Biggio. Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. On the ground to the left side. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes. And that's exactly what happened right there.
Digging in once again, Jeff Bagwell. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Don't want to forget about it. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grounded slowly to the left side. Throw to Pujols is going to be in time, and the inning is over. Astros get a run here courtesy of the solo homer. Through 5 innings, it's now 3-1 Houston. Here's Albert now. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Pujols has long been referred to as the machine. He's currently in the first year of a new 2-year contract. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
Another 0-2 home. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments. Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Angels go down 1-2-3. Score holds. It's 3-1. And the
Leading off for Astros, the third baseman, Alex.
outfield shaded a bit to left center, the first pitch. And right into the shift. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Standing in, Luis Gonzalez. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now this is on the ground for Pujols over at first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
Now at the plate, Yordan Alvarez. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. To short. That's through. Another base hit for him. He's 3 for 3.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa as he sends it on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A 4-pitch inning as the Astros are retired, as the lead remains 3-1. Roberto Ozuna comes on to pitch from the bullpen now in an unexpected move. He's their closer, so it's a surprise to see him here in the 7th. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
You know, D-Row, there's been some great pitching in this one so far. After that knock, that's only the 3rd hit of the game, and we're getting late into this one.
Yeah, they always say you got to tip your hat to the opposition sometimes. Well, I think this offense is tired of tipping its hat. They got to start to swing the bats a little bit better. That's their 3rd knock of the game. I know it's late, but maybe they can get something going.
Rendon rounds 3rd and is digging for the plate. He scores as it's now a one-run ball game. Well, that didn't take long to get a run on the board this inning.
Yeah, they made it look easy, didn't they? Leadoff single puts the guy in the stretch, and then wham, the triple chases him home.
The 0-1 pitch. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2. And he fouls this one off. Trout at third with nobody out. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. So striding in, Justin Upton, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Ew, is that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy. He'd swing at the rosin bag if you throw it up there.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good, high, hard fastball.
He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Dylan Bundy gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 37.
Bottom of the inning now. Here's George Springer. A line out and a ground ball for an out on his line so far. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap, but that'll ricochet off the facade out there in left center.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in a game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
At the plate now, Kenny Lofton as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Upton comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
Up next to the Astros, the second baseman.
Runner at second, 1 away, and striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Stepping into the box, Craig Biggio, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. 1 strike. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. 3 runs, 10 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now. Short, hit hard. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1 left. Standing in, Jason Castro. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. No balls and a strike to count. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0.
Ball, that's out.
Wow, that's what a veteran hitter will do, right? Takes 2 really good pitches, both just missing the strike zone, and puts himself into a good 2-0 hitter's count.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 2.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Andrelton Simmons is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. Standing in now, David Fletcher, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Angels strand 1. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. Digging in, Jeff Bagwell. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Tapped out in front of home. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Third baseman number 2.
Now batting, Alex Bregman. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Sent out to straightaway center field. Trout is there now, and it's 2 pitches, 2 out. Digging in, Luis Gonzalez. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing, and he popped him up. Straight up, as this is right around home plate. And he'll lunge. In now is Anthony Rendon. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. 1-0 to Rendon. A ball and a strike.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
And he takes a cold strike 2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. And it's fouled away. On he pops it up. And that's in there, base hit. The 9th inning's underway with a leadoff man aboard via the single.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Well, they've been struggling at the dish all game long, so stringing 2 hits back-to-back, one of them for extras, is a sign that they've got some life in them. We'll see if they can cash in here.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Sometimes guys get a little less aggressive pitching with a couple of runners on base, but not here. That was 2 good fastballs to take control of the bat and get the count to 0-2.
And a swing and a miss. A big strikeout here, as it'll remain second and third, but with 1 away now. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
And this is swung on and missed, so they come right after him, and it remains second and third, but with 2 away now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. 2 balls and a strike now. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. Struck him out. So a great job of working out a certain danger as he strands the possible tying and winning runs on base. And the ball game is over.
Well, never a dull moment in this one, especially in the 9th inning as the tying run is stranded on third and the winning run is left on second. Anybody's game until the very last pitch.